story. WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. A construction accident in Alcorn County has claimed the life of a Smithville man.
Yeah, Alcorn County Coroner Jay Jones says 20-year-old Coroner Dabbs was working on a bridge project Thursday afternoon on Polk Street when a beam fell, trapping him. Jones says Dabbs was pronounced dead at the scene. He was employed by Cook & Son Construction Company. Jones says OSHA has taken over the investigation. No other injuries were reported.
The U.S. Attorney's Office in the Northern District of Mississippi reports the office has received many calls about scam victims. The office says, unfortunately, there are more scams and victims than federal law enforcement agencies can investigate, and this is a problem the whole country is facing. To help in that, the office says the Internet Crime Complaint Center, or IC3, is a central hub for reporting cyber-enabled crime and is run by the FBI and lead federal agency for these crimes. According to a press release, if the complaint is filed within 72 hours of the funds being sent, the IC3's recovery asset team can engage the financial fraud kill chain process to communicate with financial institutions and potentially freeze the stolen funds. The victim will also need to contact the financial institution's fraud department and ask that a swift recall notice be issued. If the financial fraud involved Bitcoin or another type of cryptocurrency fraud, there may be little that can be done to recover funds.
Well, the Saltillo Fire Department is moving into its new headquarters. The new fire department for Saltillo is now open, and equipment, trucks, and firefighters are moving in this weekend. The acre and a half of land was donated by Lee County. The $1.9 million building was paid for by grants and replaces the old fire station that is in the City Hall complex. Now, it has 2 storm shelters along with bigger bays for larger fire trucks. Saltillo Mayor Kopi Grantham says the new station is also centrally located to better serve the citizens.
We chose this location because it's more centered in town, and as Saltillo has grown, it's really grown toward the center of town, right off 145 and Highway 45. And unfortunately, that's where we see our most wrecks, is on Highway 45 and 145. So we have a quick access. We have a 4-way red light that gets us to the access to the road. So centrally located with a quicker response time.
And the old fire station will be used by the Saltillo Main Street Association.
Today has been a gorgeous end to our week. Lots of sun, a few passing clouds, but as we continue our way through the evening, our moisture and cloud coverage will be increasing. We're expecting heavy amounts of clouds as we finish up our Friday and roll into our Valentine's weekend, where scattered rain showers are expected most of Saturday, with the potential for thunderstorms to roll their way in as we go Saturday into Sunday. Now, temperatures are relatively comfortable for now, anywhere from the mid 50s to the low 60s. Air Force Base at 56, it's 61 currently in West Point. Kamari.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Well, hair can be a focal point for an African-American person. It is a way of expressing themselves outwardly. African-American hair texture can be manipulated and transformed into anything you can dream.
That's right. In Mississippi and Alabama, that expression has become a focal point of proposed legislation. So far, several attempts to pass the Crown Act have failed. Lakedra Coffey spoke with a hairstylist and a Mississippi lawmaker about the evolution of African American hair and why it continues to be a topic of discussion.
Over centuries, African American hair has always been a focal point. In the Egyptian times, all the way through slavery, braids served as a roadmap. Now, braids, weave, afros, relaxed hair, dreadlocks, and every style in between are seen as a means of expression. Courtney Harris, a hairstylist and educator, says that throughout its evolution, African American hair has served as more than fashion.
During slavery, even in the Egyptians' times, African hair has always been a roadmap to gentrification now, as well as a roadmap to those that were seeking a safe place. And right now, 2026, Black African Americans, they seek a safe place in the salons now.
It's also been at the center of legislation, as 25 states across the U.S. have passed Create a Respectful and Open Workplace for Natural Hair, or Crown Act. It prevents a company from discriminating against someone because of their hair. Representative Kabir Kareem says the Crown Act has been presented in the Mississippi legislature but has yet to make it out of committee.
We should not be discriminated against because of our hairstyles. All of our hairstyles are different, and it should not be based on how close you are to Eurocentric thinking.
Harris says there's been an evolution of African American hair, and more people are going back to natural or relaxed hair, back to their roots, literally.
And I'm going to blame it on society. You know, what we see, we like. And the great thing about ethnic hair, it doesn't go out of style. You know, short hair, mid-length hair, even long hair, we have ways to tame it, and it's only an adornment.
As the lyrics of songwriter India Arie's song goes, we are not our hair, we are not our skin. Rather, we are the people, the souls that live within. And whatever the weather, our hair will always be our crown. Telling your story in Columbus, Lakedra Coffey, WCBI News.
The Crown Act was introduced this legislative term by Representative Amiria Scott, but again died in committee the first week of February.
Well, it's Black History Month, and WCBI and Fox 4 wants you to tell us about Black history makers in North Mississippi and West Alabama. Go to our website at WCBI.com. Look for the Black History Makers graphic, trade photo, and a short description of what your local Black history makers are doing or have done, big or small, that makes life better for everyone.
Well, Valentine's weekend will also be a weekend of family-friendly entertainment in Starkville. Now, the Starkville Rotary Club is hosting the annual Rotary Classic Rodeo Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah, they are. The two-day event helps raise money for a number of organizations in the area. Our Anthony Jenkins Jr. checked in on the preparations and has more.
The Mississippi Horse Park is set to host a large crowd of people for competition and entertainment this weekend. The annual Rotary Rodeo Classic is set to take over the arena. It's 2 days of fun and excitement, but is also a major fundraiser for the Starkville Rotary Club. Co-chair for the event, Michael Kunkel, says it is fulfilling to represent the educational and community service initiatives in the area.
The whole thing behind Rotary is service above self. It is giving service above ourselves for the local community, for even the state community, national and worldwide. That's what we do this for, is to help things in the community. Rotary's big project's been going on for 30 plus years, is eradicating polio, and we're just shy of actually eradicating polio worldwide.
Cowboys and cowgirls will compete for prize money and to qualify for a spot in national competitions. For the younger crowd, there are pony rides and a petting zoo.
Coolest things about rodeo when it comes to town, it gives the average fan a little insight into the Western way of life, the cowboy way of life, and so they get to see some of the top livestock and top competitors competing on that livestock.
Ronald Burden has been entertaining rodeo fans around the country for several years. He says it's enjoyable coming to the classic and getting to compete close to home.
I'm actually from Philadelphia, Mississippi, and I don't get to work a lot of local rodeos anymore. I'm usually out west or up north, but to be able to come to this event close to home is second to none.
With more than 3,000 people expected to attend and money being raised, Kunkel says it's a win-win for the city of Starkville.
We have so much fun putting this on, watching the families and the kids that come in and enjoy themselves. I know you were just talking with the clown a few minutes ago, watching his act, which is phenomenal. So it's a win-win. You know, we get to raise money where we can help in the community, and it's a fun time. We have thousands of hours, volunteer hours from Rotary members in this.
In Starkville, telling your story, Anthony Jenkins Jr., WCBI News.
And the Rotary Classic Rodeo has been held at the horse park since 2007.